Welcome to today's SamvaadX News Podcast. Today is Sunday, 20th April, and the time as we record this podcast is 9 a.m. I'm Raj Patel.
And I'm Priya Shah. We've got quite a mix of stories making headlines today.
Yeah, definitely. So in this deep dive, we're going to unpack some of the key events happening across India and beyond.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Let's kick off with some national politics. There's been buzz about the BJP distancing itself from comments made by some of its MPs about the judiciary.
Right, I saw that. It seems the party leadership moved pretty quickly on this one.
They did. J.P. Nadda, the party president, apparently had words with MPs like Nishikant Dubey.
And then the official statement came out.
Exactly. Emphasizing respect for the judiciary, saying the MP's views were, well, personal, not the party line.
Which is interesting, isn't it? It suggests they're quite keen to avoid any perception of sort of clashing with the judiciary right now.
Yeah, definitely. Managing that perception seems key, especially with everything else going on.
True. And speaking of political clashes, the ED, the Enforcement Directorate, has filed a charge sheet against Sonia and Rahul Gandhi.
Ah, yes, the National Herald case. That's back in the headlines.
It is. The ED's core allegation revolves around financial irregularities, specifically how Young Indian Private Limited, or a YIL, acquired Associated Journals Limited, AJL.
And the Gandhis have significant stakes in YOL, right?
That's right. So the ED is questioning the whole transaction process.
And the Congress response has been, well, predictable. Strong condemnation.
Very strong. Mallikarjun Kharge called it a lie sheet. He used words like politically motivated, conspiracy, revenge.
So standard political firefight language, really. The party insists no financial wrongdoing occurred.
Absolutely. It just highlights again how these investigations become central battlegrounds in politics.
You mentioned timing earlier, implicitly, but what about the timing of this charge sheet? Does that raise eyebrows?
Well, the timing of these things always gets scrutinized, especially when high-profile political figures are involved. It inevitably fuels speculation about the motives behind it.
Fair point. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Governance and Infrastructure PM Modi held a meeting about the Yamuna cleanup and Delhi's water supply.
Yes, a high-level review. These are like persistent issues for Delhi, aren't they?
Definitely. The focus was apparently on sewage treatment plants. STPs trying to stop industrial waste getting into the river.
The usual suspect.
And also just trying to boost overall water availability. Seems they're stressing the need for better central state coordination.
And that coordination is absolutely vital, isn't it? Cleaning a major river, ensuring water for millions. You can't do that without everyone pulling together.
No, definitely not. Okay, moving to law and order. Manipur. There's an order out for verifying all arms licenses.
Given the situation there, the ongoing security issues and ethnic tensions, that feels like a necessary step.
Yeah, seems aimed at checking if licenses are legitimate, who the dealers are. Basically trying to curb illegal weapons and their misuse.
It's about trying to restore some peace and order, ultimately. Tightening control.
Makes sense. Now, on the international front, related to security in a way, India has pushed back against comments from Pakistan's army chief about Kashmir.
Yes, the MEA Ministry of External Affairs came out strong, called the remarks unacceptable interference.
They reiterated the standard line. Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. Pakistan has no locus standi, essentially.
Right, and they also advised Pakistan to focus on its own internal issues, plus the usual condition for talks, a terror-free environment.
So no real change in the dynamic there, it seems.
Pretty much underscores the ongoing tension.
Back within India, in Maharashtra, some significant arrests in Gadchiroli district, 4 Maoists nabbed.
Including 2 women cadres, I read, and they were apparently linked to the killing of a C-60 commando back in February.
And the reward on them was quite high euro lakh total. That suggests they were pretty significant figures.
Yeah, that reward amount usually indicates their importance in the network, so their arrest is likely a decent setback for Maoist operations there.
A positive development for security forces, then. Okay, let's look at some state-level issues. West Bengal Mamata Banerjee has accused the RSS and BJP of instigating violence.
Right, specifically communal violence, particularly in Murshidabad. She's claiming it's a deliberate divide-and-rule tactic.
For political polarization, presumably.
That's the allegation. She appealed for peace, but also warned of strict action. The BJP, of course, denies it all.
A familiar pattern of accusation and denial in Bengal politics.
Indeed. Now, a truly tragic story from Delhi, that building collapse in the Northeast.
Awful news. At least 11 deaths reported, and heartbreakingly 8 from just one family.
Yeah, and the rescue operations were apparently hampered by narrow lanes. Very difficult situation.
And the initial report suggests the construction was, well, maybe unauthorized, structurally unsound.
That seems to be the initial finding. The MCD, the municipal corporation, has started a probe. They're also planning a survey of other potentially dangerous buildings.
Hopefully that prevents future incidents. It really raises questions about building safety in dense areas.
It absolutely does. Enforcement is key.
Now, for something completely different and quite strange, Karnataka SSLC exams.
Oh, the bribery attempts. Yeah, I saw that. Bizarre.
Examiners found cash like 100, 500 notes tucked into answer sheets, along with pleas.
Yeah, students writing notes saying, family pressure, need good marks for future education.
Yeah.
Trying to bribe the examiners.
Wow. That says a lot about the pressure kids are under, but also, exam ethics.
Exactly. It raises serious questions about the whole evaluation process and the stress involved.
Definitely something to think about.
Okay,
over to Mumbai. An official transferred after that Jain temple demolition controversy?
Yes, an assistant municipal commissioner from the BMC. This followed the protests over the demolition of parts of a temple in Vailpur.
What were the complaints? Improper procedure, lack of notice.
Both, apparently. Allegations that they didn't follow the right steps or give enough warning.
So the transfer is likely an attempt to kind of de-escalate things, allow for an investigation.
Seems that way. It shows how sensitive these things involving religious structures can be. Due process is critical.
Absolutely. Now, this next one from UP is, well, you described the last one as bizarre.
Uh-oh. What happened in Meerut?
A 22-year-old man claims he was tricked into marrying the 45-year-old mother of the 21-year-old woman he thought he was marrying.
Wait, what? How?
He says the bride was veiled during the whole ceremony, and he only realized who he'd married after it was all done. He's filed a police complaint.
That is extraordinarily unusual. Police are investigating.
Yes, case registered, investigation ongoing. We'll have to see what comes out of that one.
Definitely one to follow, just for the sheer oddity.
All right. Okay, back to more mundane issues, sort of air travel chaos in Jammu.
Ah, yes. The knock-on effect from bad weather in Srinagar. Lots of flights diverted.
Caused significant disruption, delays, stranded passengers complaining about lack of information. Omar Abdullah even tweeted about it.
Yeah, it shows how easily the system gets backed up when a major airport has weather issues. Communication is so important then.
It really is. Next, Madhya Pradesh. A teacher suspended over a viral video.
The one allegedly showing him offering alcohol to students? Yes, that caused quite an uproar.
Understandably. He denies it, I gather, but there's an investigation.
Yes, investigation is underway. But yeah, it raises serious concerns about student safety and what's expected of teachers.
For sure. And finally, in state news, that incident in Bengaluru, the auto rickshaw argument.
Oh, the language imposition video. Right. A passenger demanding the driver speak Hindi, dismissing Canada.
Yeah, that went viral pretty fast. It's reignited that whole debate about language imposition, hasn't it?
It has. And there's been widespread condemnation of the passenger's behavior. It touches a raw nerve for many people.
Respect for local languages is definitely key in a country as diverse as India.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, let's switch to sports. A bit of history made in the IPL.
Ah, the youngest debutant, Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
That's the one. Debuted for KKR against LSG at just 14 years old.
Incredible, 14. Broke Priya's Ray Barman's record. Must have been quite a moment for him.
Yeah, apparently quite emotional when he got out. Videos went viral. Shows the pressure, even for someone that young.
Absolutely. Huge stage. And speaking of KKR, Abhishek Nair is back with their support staff.
Oh, interesting. Wasn't he involved with the national team setup recently?
That was the report, yeah. But he's got a long history with KKR, known for helping develop talent.
So likely a boost for their coaching team then.
Probably. He's well regarded there.
Okay, let's quickly cover business and tech. Google layoffs again. Affecting India offices.
Yeah, reports of more cuts in Bengaluru and Hyderabad seems to be part of their ongoing global restructuring, focusing on efficiency and, AI.
Still, it adds to the concern in the tech sector, doesn't it? We've seen similar moves from other big companies.
It does create uncertainty, yeah. It reflects the broader economic adjustments happening.
On a more positive tech note, ISRO's got big plans.
Yes. Targeting May-June 2025 for some key missions, including a big one for Gaganyaan.
The uncrewed test flight for the human spaceflight program.
Exactly. Super important for validating all the systems before they actually send astronauts, plus other satellite launches planned too.
Always exciting to see ISRO pushing forward. Represents real progress.
Definitely. It's a strategically vital area.
Now, quick heads up on scams. The whole ministry is warning about Chardam Yatra frauds.
Ah, the online booking scams. Fake websites offering helicopter rides, accommodation.
Yeah, deceptive ads too. Yeah, the advice is basically be careful, check website authenticity, use official portals only.
Crucial advice, especially when people are eager to book for pilgrimages. Report anything suspicious.
And sadly, another scam story. A Mumbai man lost over 10 euros.
The rare note scam, lured by promises of huge returns for an old re-one note.
That's the one. Then the fraudsters kept demanding fees or fictitious charges, processing, taxes, whatever.
It's a classic advance fee fraud tactic, preying on hope. A really tough lesson to learn. Be skeptical of too good to be true offers.
Definitely. Okay, a couple more things. International Relations India condemned the killing of a Hindu leader in Bangladesh.
Yes, strong words from the MEA. Called it systematic persecution of minorities. They urged Bangladesh to investigate thoroughly and protect minorities.
Reflects ongoing concerns about minority safety in the region.
It does. It's a consistent point in India's diplomacy.
And finally, a couple of viral stories just to round things off. Kejriwal dancing at his daughter's Roka.
Haha, yes, I saw that clip. Arvind and Sunita Kejriwal having a dance looked like a fun, lighthearted family moment.
Apparently to a song from Pushpa, too. Got a lot of attention, mostly positive.
Yeah, people seem to enjoy seeing that more personal side sometimes.
But on the flip side, a much less positive viral video, an Indian-origin woman in California using racial slurs.
Ah, yes, that sparked a lot of outrage. Using the N-word during some sort of altercation.
Condemnation came from both the U.S. and India. Really kicked off discussions again about racism, public conduct.
A stark reminder that prejudice exists everywhere and how damaging that kind of language is. A really unfortunate incident.
Indeed. Well, that covers a lot of ground for today.
It certainly does. A busy Sunday news cycle.
See you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to the SamvaadX News podcast channel and hit that bell icon. Have a happy Sunday.
Have a great day, everyone.